C3 Panther Nation, the Carolina Panthers are 0-5, staring down the barrel of 0-6. A bad loss on the road to the Detroit Lions. But what does the film say? It's time for another edition of the C3 Film Room. C3 Panther Nation, welcome back to another edition of the C3 Film Room. My name is Cody Lashney, back again, showing you this all 22, breaking it down with my boys, Panther Pickle and C3 Cole. Gentlemen, how are you? Pickle, what's going on, man?
And I'm wonderful, man. I'm wonderful, Cody.
Caught himself. Good job, Pickle.
Yeah,
I tell you, folks, Panther fans are wild. They're wild. They liking to squabble. They like to argue. Sometimes they argue over the minus details. Like me personally, I don't really care how the quarterback for the Raiders are doing. I don't care how the quarterback for the Texans are doing. I don't really care how the quarterback for the Falcons are doing. You know what I care about? I care about the quarterback for the Carolina Panthers. I care about the defense for the Carolina Panthers.
And boy, we have both of those today in abundance, Pickle. We're going to break it down. Next up, my buddy Cole. Cole, what's up, dude?
Cody, what's going on, brother? I'm ready to get into it and break down some more film with you. It doesn't matter what the record is. There's stuff to look forward to in the future, and we need to find those things and be happy.
Let's do it, brother. I love the optimism. With that said, let's jump right into the film. If you've checked out our other videos before, we just kind of scroll through, go to the time that I have written on my notes. And right here, and this is early in the game, I have it as the Panthers do not want to throw the ball downfield, man. You see that everything is underneath, and they really don't like to affect the play downfield because they really don't necessarily like a lot of their wide receivers to get open downfield. You see that they have plenty of time. The pocket is good enough. And just nothing happening here.
Right.
Cody, I hate those route concepts. All three of those receivers curled up at the same time right then.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Like none of them run deep. They all stop.
And curl.
It's all short and underneath. Now, maybe if you want to say that DJ Chark, maybe you want to say that he has enough cushion at the top left to be able to get that ball to him, but Bryce just scrambles out those away.
Adam Thielen had a few seconds if he got the ball out super fast. But if you watch his head, watch his head as he rolls out, as he snaps the ball. Watch his head. He doesn't turn it toward Adam Thielen at all.
It was Hayden or the right side of him at least.
He never turns it to his left side. And if you watch the film on the left side, Theoden gets open for just a moment. He could have got the ball quickly to him, but
I kind of think that DJ Chark had enough cushion as well. But all right, it's the first play of the game. Not going to freak out too much.
Nope.
So we have a stop route up here up top to DJ Chark, and this is where I think this ball is a little bit low by Bryce. I feel like there's yards after the catch potential. Watch DJ Chark up here. He ends up getting some good cushion for the defender. And as that defender is running away, look how much cushion there is right here. I feel like if Bryce gets that ball a little bit higher, DJ Chark has some yards after the catch abilities to be able to do that right there. But the ball ends up being low. DJ Chark has to go down, but it's still a completion for a first down.
And honestly, a great catch by Chark.
It's almost an
easy catch.
Almost the same exact route, only a little deeper hooks.
He had to go down and get that one. It's a good catch.
And again, maybe I'm nitpicky, boys. And look, feel free to tell me if you feel like I'm being nitpicky.
No, you're not.
I even said this during the pre-draft process. I don't like how when Bryce throws the football, he lifts up his back foot. Now, everything I've ever heard from people that teach about quarterback mechanics, they want both of your feet planted in the ground so you can get maximum power on the throw. Well, Bryce's heel is it ends up coming way off the ground, and I just feel like the ball, it doesn't get enough on it on certain scenarios and plays like this.
I believe that's because not to be offending anyone. I believe that's because of his height. I think he was taught that as
It's
to
overcompensation.
yes, yes. I actually heard that once on an Alabama podcast, but before we drafted him, right close to the draft when you kind of knew he was going to be the guy. So, but
Yeah. So on this play, um, I feel like it's just a bad play call. This is third down right here. Um, Now, all right. Now, there's not a lot open, but boys, tell me what you think. I kind of feel like Adam Thielen is open in the flat right there.
yeah,
He
yeah,
is.
I agree.
I'm
He
gonna run it
is.
back one more
Yes,
time. Keep your eyes
and
on Thielen.
yeah, and again, I want folks to understand. Reality is uh,
Oh,
uh yeah. But the reality is honestly, and this is mentioned off several times. Steve Smith mentioned it with Kyle Bailey on their show on a podcast this week. It's been mentioned before by many other folks. The throwing window in the NFL is
it's short.
smaller than it is in
Mhm.
college. And right now, I think that's what Bryce's issue is. He's having trouble getting used to the small windows in the NFL, which that doesn't mean he's a bust. That doesn't mean he's stupid. That means he's a rookie and he has to adapt to it. I believe he'll learn that, but it's not coming as quickly as they thought it would.
No.
And Cody, really quickly, it
Mhm.
would have been a very quick throw for Bryce to make, but he had LaVisca
Yes.
in the flat.
Yeah.
If he would have, even though a
Again,
man was close to him, but you put him in a one-on-one situation, he's one of the best players on offense to evade or break that tackle.
Right.
Right, and I actually
I had it written in my notes. It was a terrible third down play call anyway.
It was. That was horrible.
Right,
For
and-
third down. I
just-
forgot that
just
part.
bad.
yeah, and one thing I want to add, I listened to Cam Newton and RG3 today. They talked about Bryce Young and all the quarterbacks actually in the draft that were in the draft. They said that the what they believe is going on is Bryce is the plays that we're calling would work great for a 5-year veteran. But
Yeah.
Bryce is not a 5-year veteran. The
putting-
receivers we have would be
They're putting
great
too much on
for
they're
a
putting too
5-year
much on his
veteran,
table.
but
Yeah.
he's not a 5-year veteran, and he doesn't have a receiver that he can rely on
At all.
100% to bail him out when he gets in his situations as a rookie gets into.
Or the offensive line, I feel, to be able
Right.
to give him that consistent pocket. Boys, this was embarrassing. And so I put it on film just because I have to talk about it.
Mhm.
Look how pristine the pocket for the Detroit Lions is on this play. I mean, look, Jared Goff could have a tea party behind that offensive line.
Yeah.
So much time for him to be able to find
Wow.
his receivers downfield.
Yeah.
And just
Wow.
zero pressure when you need.
Look at that real quick. Brian Burns is over here. They're going to bring everybody, so he's basically going to line up on the inside. Well, yeah. See, I mean,
The guard does a good job of
oh
picking
yes,
up Brian.
absolutely.
Yep.
They have a tight end. I mean, look, they have 2 tight ends on the line.
Right.
So like
right.
they're ready to protect. I mean,
Right.
they have more helmets than we do. And yeah, I mean, they're able to give him enough time to be able to survey the field and get the ball down there. And by the way, as I've grown older, man, I have more and more respect for Jared Goff. I never
Yeah.
used to be a fan of him, but that guy has done nothing but get better and better and be more consistent, even though a bunch of people doubted him.
Right. Right. And,
All right, so this play,
that just goes to show you that to my opinion, a 3-4 is not a good defense, and we don't have the personnel to do it. We shouldn't be doing it. But
At
again,
all.
I agree with that second part, Pickle. I don't think that all 3-4s are bad. I've seen enough 3-4s be good, but you're definitely right that we don't have the proper personnel. Like we need realistically another draft or two to be able to get this defense the way we want it to look. I put this down as just Jared Goff tough. because he ends up staying in the pocket, makes a throw, and just
Ooh, he took a shot.
Yeah, he knows he's going to take a hit, but he stood in there and just put the ball right where it needed to be, and I thought that was a good play by him. No, it's not Panthers related, but whatever. We're gonna break down the film, man. These are the guys that that we're watching. And by the way, another thing, and I wanted to mention this too. The Panthers did a decent job today on this day for the most part, stopping the run. So there's a lot of plays where they did do a good job in doing so.
Yeah.
But again, I didn't want this to be a 4-hour long video. But also what made me bring it up, Derek Brown, number 95. I think he's doing a good job at being able to. Yeah, he's done a lot of good things, being able to get off the line, and just be able to be aggressive. Let me make sure that this is the right. Well, I'll play that one more time.
Cody, I think Brown's having the best year out of anybody on the team right now.
Yeah, I think so too. Absolutely. Yeah. So then after this play. So Derek Brown is in the backfield. Like I said, Jared Goff stands in tough. And this play is just zero boundary protection to me. Like, once he makes our guys miss, gosh, he's just able to get upfield and just burn us for a touchdown, man. Yeah, just
that was just a good play that was a good play on their offensive line. Actually, they just cleared the holes and he kicked it in second gear. I mean,
and one more time, Cody. I
will. And a good heads up play by the running back too. The running back sees there's a lot of traffic in front of him, but he breaks it to the outside and ends up going for a touchdown.
That guard did pull and open up the hole.
And I mean,
that was the right guard.
Number 42 failed to number 42 could have stopped that play, but he missed his tackle, and it is what it is. He's a backup safety.
Well, but also give credit where credit's due. That wide receiver's out there blocking him. So, but you're right. That right guard does pull across the formation and make the play happen. On the dirt. Not a good look. Not a good look. All right, let's get through these kicks and the kick return. All right. So this is where we're going to start to get a little controversial, boys. And this is where things start. This is where things start to go bad. We're getting the Vishka motion off to the side. This play is designed for Ian Thomas. I'm going to play it back one more time, and I'm going to give you both angles too. The Vishka motions. The play is for Ian Thomas. Oh, is this not the right one? No, this might be the next one. I'm looking for.
You know what, though? Some of these plays.
This one. Pardon me.
You're fine.
Not even this one. Hang on. Let me make sure I get the right note. Go ahead. Go ahead, Pickle.
Okay. So some of these the plays that I watched in here, I don't that against the Lions, I don't think they were the play that went, but I think the defense busted our design. I think teams are starting to scheme against our screens, and
for sure.
I think this play that you're talking about was one of them. I think they schemed against it. They brought an extra guy we didn't think, and if you watch this play when it starts,
well, we have one more play. So on that play, well, I want you to say it for that play because I do have one more before. We get to it. This is right here. This is a connection to Adam Thielen in the flat. And by the way, Adam Thielen, wide receiver number 1 for the Carolina Panthers by a mile. I mean, literally our entire passing game runs through Adam Thielen. Bryce does a good job staying in there, keeping his eyes downfield. And, he knows eventually he's going to get Adam coming back across. And he just makes a good play. I should have full screened it on that. All right. Now we're going to get to the fun one. And I have that as...
I bet I know what's coming.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure you do. Yep. See, it was similar. We get a motion.
Yeah.
And then Bryce just throws it right to Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah.
his first interception of the game. Now, by the way, you mentioned the play calling, Pickle, and I'm
Yeah.
going to let you finish your thought. But
Yeah.
this play is designed for one and only one person, and
Right.
that's Ian Thomas.
Right.
And you were right, and I'm going to let you finish. I think that's
Yeah.
kind of what
Yeah.
what these defenses are keying in on. They
Right.
know how many times
Right.
we're going to throw these screen passes.
Right. If you watch Ian right here, see now he stopped. He starts to drop off, but I don't. And I'm not making up excuses, but I wonder if he was supposed to release earlier, but that guy that came wasn't supposed to come according to their plan. So he was Scott. If he would have let the guy go on, Bryce would have got sacked for a
That
loss.
could be.
He was trying to.
I noticed that.
What's the word I'm looking for? Chip. He was trying to chip him, but got tied up longer than he wanted.
The timing was off on that.
Exactly. Which he is a blocking tight end, so again, he shouldn't be put in that situation. But
he was engaged longer than
who would have expected Ian Thomas to get a screen pass?
He should have had no.
I mean, honestly, if the play would have worked the way they wrote it up, nobody would have saw that coming.
No.
But it is what it is. So
Yeah.
I do believe that he got tied up blocking longer than he should have. But was that his issue, the offensive line, or who was it? Just the defense or whatever?
Yeah. So we're gonna go to. I mean, they pretty much pounded the ball. They were methodical on this drive, and how they decided to attack. They ran the ball, and then finally at the end, because they run the ball so much and they're in the red zone, we think that they're gonna do it again. They hurry up to the line, get their tight end out in the flat, and just gets the ball in for an easy touchdown. And these misdirection plays, I feel like our defense have such a problem with.
Yep.
Check out Burns.
Our defense is so young.
Check out who?
Burns. He gets sucked into the middle of the pile like no other.
Yeah, he does. Let's play one more time.
He got blocked. That had a lot to do with it. I didn't notice that.
Well,
yeah,
that was ugly.
It sure was. All right, so now we're gonna go to 15-18. 0 run game. And by the way, this is another example. Oh, my bad. This is another example of one of those plays. I could have 15 or 20 different clips of just this on the film of just runs for no yards at all. The Panthers' running game is abysmal, and it starts up front. We're just not getting enough pressure and enough push for any of these guys. It doesn't really matter who our running back is.
Yeah, it looks quite a bit. It looks quite a bit like the offensive line they're flat out not getting the push. That's just drive. They're not getting the drive to clear the lane. And I mean, they know we're trying to run the ball. I mean, it's no secret. They know that. And our issues are we don't have any dominating offensive line. We don't really have a dominating running backs who get yards after contact. The closest we got is Chuba Hubbard. He's not great at it, but he does better than anyone else.
Maybe.
Not counting the wide receiver, not counting our LaVista Chenault, who should be a running back.
I stole the words from my mouth. I think LaVista could indeed be running back one for the Carolina Panthers. I even have that as the note on one of my plays here, but I have this labeled Adam Thielen needs a raise. Because there are going to be so many times throughout this film, whenever the Panthers make a big passing play, more often than not, it's to Adam Thielen.
Adam Thielen, ice up, son, ice up. Because after that game, you probably had to go ice up.
Yeah, right. He needed a little bit of help. So we have another Adam Thielen play, as a matter of fact. And this is another. But on this drive, he has like 3 completions in a row. So like all of these plays are basically on Adam Thielen and just what he's able to do. So I'll just kind of let it play here and watch the Panthers. Wait, let me hit the full screen. So again, another play to Adam, just right there on the little comeback route. Now here's another big time completion. Moves the sticks, gets the first down. And I only show you just to show how Adam Thielen centric our offense is.
And number 17 was open as well.
The chart. Yeah.
Yeah. But
we watched chart this play, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, he was pretty much in the center. He was almost in the center of the field. But I mean, that's all right. I mean, you got to get the ball out, got some yardage out of it, so you can't.
He didn't even scan that side of the field, Pickle.
No,
I watched him right there.
He does, and again, that's a rookie issue.
It is.
I'm sure he's getting coached on it. He don't have
time to scan the whole damn field.
No, and there's times he does, he just doesn't. But he's it's all a cumulative issue. You know, they put a wristband on him. I found out today they're going to put a wristband on him with a call the plays, so the plays are simpler to get out.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, like Frank Wright said, instead of going like, for example, FYI to J to the right.
Yeah, instead of having it being this long
R2
paragraph. It's going to. Well, and he said today, simplification is everything whenever you're losing, and any coach will tell you that. And I agree. But it also feels like they're really focusing on getting the ball out of Bryce's hands really quick. Thereby, it's causing him to be more, more like, all right, precise. I got to get the ball out. I got to make a decision fast. And it's actually stopping him from making full field reads. I have right here Miles Sanders, good run. Very few times ever be able to say that, but he picks up the first down, continues after contact, and does his thing. Good job getting up the A gap. And just
somewhat of a push that play, Cody.
Yeah, a little bit. All right, next up, we're going to have a run pass option RPO to Jonathan Mingo.
Beautiful.
Gets it to the sideline. Gets a first down. I like that. Again, good timing. You want Bryce to be able to get the ball out of his hands fast. And that's what they're doing, man. Everything is short and underneath. Now, my next note I have is the Carolina Panthers, they don't trust anyone in man coverage. And they definitely don't. Make sure I got the right time. Yep, 1836.
To be honest, I don't trust them in man coverage either. So
yeah, but I mean, look at it, man to man.
Somebody's got to get open. Look at the route combinations, Cody.
Everything is underneath. Everything is underneath. They have no downfield separators. And again, to me, a lot of this is on Fitterer. Like, you knew that it was going to be imperative to be able to get some guys open downfield. And it just didn't happen.
But a lot of the routes aren't even designed to get anybody downfield.
Right.
There's,
that's what my huge problem is.
And again, at the same time, we know by looking and remembering that Thomas Brown drew up the playbook, and Thomas Brown has never been an offensive coordinator before. So just like Josh McCown's never been a quarterback's coach. So
run that back one more time for me, Cody. I want to show you something.
Me, I wonder if some of this isn't trial and error here.
Do you think Mingo stopped on his own at the end of this, or what happened? He's at the very bottom of the screen. Because if he would have kept coming, it would have been another segment. He would have been wide open with a little bit of space.
Yeah. Again, I don't necessarily
This is
know
being
how they have it.
nitpicky. Yeah.
No, I mean, no, that's legitimate.
Or did Bryce get
I don't
I
know
wonder if
how
the
they have it drawn up.
I wonder if the route was for him to go across, but Bryce got the ball out so quick that there wasn't no use for him to
I
keep
think
on
I might
running.
have saw your answer why he did stop. I think the slot man got absolutely leveled and went on his back.
Yeah.
Let me see if that's the case.
So this is just nothing happening downfield, and Bryce literally has no choice but to throw the ball away. I mean, again, we're going to keep our eyes on the wide receivers. The protection's pretty good. Yo, how about Miles
Iggy did good
Sanders?
that play.
Yeah, watch Miles Sanders, bro. Check him out. Watch out for that big turf monster, baby.
Oh my God!
He might have got. He might have got.
Why did he stop for? He should have kept running, and he might would have been wide open even after he failed. That's wild.
He might have got tripped on the defensive end. Let's see if we can see it.
Man, you got poor.
Dude, he barely
I think he
passed
whipped on the
that.
air, bro.
Oh, dude. Wow.
But some quarterbacks. I'll just use Cam for example. Cam could run around in the backfield, give him time to make somebody allowed to get open. Then he gets a ball. Russell Wilson used to do that.
Oh,
RG3 used to do that. A lot of them, they all used to run around in the backfield just long enough to let somebody get open, and then they throw the ball.
So this is
and we just don't.
But yeah, right. Those wide receivers, they don't continue to run their routes. Like they call those scramble drills. If you're a wide receiver and you know that your quarterback is getting out of the pocket, you need to adjust your route to find the soft spots and the zones. You need to be able to get out and make some magic for your quarterback who's running for his life back there. I put this in there just because it's a 4th and 1. And it's like, I wonder what they're going to do here, right? They take Bryce Young out the game. They put in Andy Dalton. They're able to pick it up, but in these scenarios, it's a quarterback sneak.
Yeah, they're not going to do that too many times, and it'll be they won't know what it is.
Yep.
That's just a lame. I'd rather them put La Vista as a quarterback.
But I mean, they know what's coming, and he's able to do it. So we're gonna keep
Cody,
it rolling.
I know Bryce is small, but I don't see why he can't run the quarterback sneak. He is small, like get low, get leverage. You're not gonna move the pile, but you can dive underneath your damn lineman for a yard if you got that kind of size.
And Drew Brees would do it. Russell Wilson would do
Smaller
it.
quarterbacks have done it. I don't know
why don't they adapt what Philly does?
The
Philly push.
Yeah, well, because Cam, I didn't really realize it until Cam mentioned it today. Then I had to dig it up online. I had to look at it after he talked about it. Him and RG3. I always thought that Hurts got low when he does those, but he doesn't. He's just super strong, and he just grabs the ball, and the offensive line or everybody behind him just pushes. That's all they do is push him.
Pickle is not an exaggeration. That man squats between 450 and 500 pounds. Is the reason they run that play.
He's a monster. Yep. He's a monster.
Yep.
So this is an angry run by the Fisher.
I do like that play call. I have to say that.
I do.
There's a lot of fakes going on.
He runs angry. Whenever they give him the ball, he runs angry.
I think he's our best running back right now, Pickle.
Yeah, I agree.
And look, he does a good
job. He looks
job.
like a running back. He looks more like a running back than he does a wide receiver.
Dude, that could be our own version of Cordero Patterson, but we choose not to use him now.
Right. Not to turn this into a Madden discussion, but if you flip him to running back on Madden, his ratings go up.
I was about to say probably does. I
pretty
can
good.
See that.
But by the way,
pretty good to go up.
Good vision by him too. I'm sorry that it darkens the screen when my mouse is hovering over it, but trying to pause it here. He does a good job. He sees that there's space.
And he found the hole and attacked it, Cody.
Yeah, right. I mean, look, they got Ike Ekwonu pulling, and he sees that there's some space in the big gap between him and Taylor Moton, and he just runs through it, makes another guy miss. And
Right.
I like that, man. I like that type of
He's
heads up
deliberate
player
with it.
Yeah, super
Very
deliberate.
deliberate runner.
See what? How can you watch him run like that, knowing
they're not
he's
using
that
him.
running back, and just not use it rest of the game? It ain't like you're fooling people long term. I mean, we want a win. We want a couple wins.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
So this is a would-be touchdown to Jonathan Mingo, and Bryce just puts it too far behind him. It was a little bit too low, a little bit too far behind him on what I think could have been a touchdown to Jonathan Mingo.
Yeah. And
the ball kind of help me out, boys. Do you think that ball was? I want to say maybe it wobbled, like maybe the ball was tipped.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about tip, but
no, it wasn't tipped.
No, it looks like Bryce got excited. To be honest, he saw the play develop, and instead of taking his time and getting the ball out accurately, he just he did like you would do in gym. He just pitched it real fast.
31 turned his back to Mingo too. That's a safety, so he tried to jam it in there.
And Mingo just wasn't ready. But I think if he would have
check out the safety,
got it a little bit farther out, then Mingo could have got it.
Or no, that wasn't a safety. That was a corner, but he still turned his back to him. That's what made Bryce gun it in there.
All right. So this is a nice little touchdown. Wait, hang on. Rewind it one time. Bryce Young's first touchdown of the game. They do a nice little fake the ball, throw it to Tommy Tremble, touchdown. And I think this is what they envisioned for Bryce. Like it's a lot of RPO, a lot of faking it to the running back, and Tommy Tremble does a good job and just reels in the football, does what he's supposed to do.
I wish Tommy was a better player.
We all do. We
expect
more.
I just do.
We expected so much more.
He is so good on Madden. He don't drop passes on Madden. He's a good guy on Madden.
All right. So now, I just marked this down as not enough pressure.
No kind of push whatsoever, Cody.
Wow. Did you see Burns on that play? This is what I posted on Twitter because people are mocking a rookie who's having some issues in practice right now. And I know they traded up for him. I'm aware that was a bad, and it's all Scott Fitterer's ignorance. I am aware of all that. But look at the guy who says, I need a bunch of money. I mean,
look at the route he took. Look at the route.
Come on. Is that the best you got, Mr. Burns?
Now, YGM on the opposite side, he does a good job disengaging.
Yeah.
And, I mean, now, granted, he's on a tight end, but you also need to win when you have tight ends lined up across from you. So, again, I continue to be at least decently impressed by YGM, but there just wasn't enough pressure anywhere on that play for me.
To have a 3-4, you would expect they would figure out how to get more pressure.
Yep. Let's go to 25-47.
I'm sorry, but if Burns wants $30 million a year, he better learn to go through somebody's chest to get a sack instead of running around them. That's just me personally. Unpopular take, I know.
No, you're good. All right, so this this ends up being a free play. Brian Burns jumps. They know they have a free play. And Jared Goff does a beautiful job layering the ball between two defenders, and the wide receiver just goes up and high points it and brings it down. Yeah, you see Derek Brown, he ends up jumping. They know they have a free play, and just a beautiful ball by Jared Goff. Again, right between Robinson and
watch Brian Burns.
Yeah, I'll go back.
Yeah, watch Brian Burns on this play.
Okay.
Right there's Burns. Watch him on this play.
Yep. Oh,
now he tries hard.
That's not even too bad. There's one play.
No, he was saying he went hard on that play.
Yeah, on that one he goes hard. He jumps off sides.
Yeah.
Then he goes hard, and then I mean,
he's all over the place.
He goes through tackles. I mean,
So for this one, very soft zone coverage. And then CJ Henderson, I feel like CJ Henderson just takes the wrong man. He's lined up down here at the bottom.
He's looking around like he didn't know what the play was to start with. I noticed that right then.
Well, it was either him or 13 didn't take the right guy.
He was like, do I have help over here or no?
Yeah, so it seems like 13 is supposed to carry number 8. And 23, his assignment is right here. But 13 ends up staying down low to make the tackle, so it confuses CJ Henderson.
He's looking for safety help too, Cody. And the safety didn't roll over there.
Yep. Yeah, just not enough happening, man.
yeah, there's several of them are looking around as this play is happening. If you look, this to me, this is a situation where we don't have a captain on the field who can control. For example, I'm really tired of going back to him all the time. Bless his heart. But if Luke was there, Luke would immediately told Henderson what you needed to do. He had knew where everybody was supposed to be. We just don't have that kind of captain anymore.
What's your line?
I mean, we've got Frankie's out there, but you watch Frankie's thinking about himself. He's paying attention. He's not necessarily paying attention to.
Real dump off. So 20s. All right, and on this one, I also have just not enough pressure. Not enough pressure, and it's a near miss by Jared Goff, but the tight end dropped it, man. So, this is disgusting to me. And see, this is when I pick on Brian Burns.
He runs around him.
Yeah, he runs right around him. And I've said this in the last film room. Even when you get to the top of your rush, like once you get to the back foot of this offensive tackle, he doesn't do a good job of turning his body back towards the quarterback and using his other hand, the hand that's away from the tackle, to be able to swat at the ball or grab at him. It's like Brian Burns is just too okay being led around the edge. And that tight end needs to catch that ball. That was another great ball by Jared Goff, and it just ends up being dropped. But watch Brian Burns. Keep your eyes on number 0.
Cody, it's bad to say, but you can just tell that Burns does not want to give his chest up to any of these offensive tackles because if they get inside leverage on him, he's beat. That's why he takes the route he does. He can't go through anybody's chest.
Like, why not use your right hand, Brian Burns' right hand, to reach back into the quarterback and try and smack the ball out of Jared Goff's hands like a Von Miller would, like an edge rusher is supposed to do. Watch that right hand. I'm gonna try and pause it. Like right here. Why aren't you
lunge for him? Something. Yeah, leave your feet.
Yeah. Use your hands, bro. Like his right hand.
He got turned. That's what happened. He got turned at the very end.
Is literally down by his side.
It's true.
I'm sorry, dude. That's not elite level football to me, man. And I know we're hard on Brian Burns in this film room, but it's like, damn, we're not the ones that are asking for close to $30 million a year, man. So what do you really want us to say?
Not paying a pure speed rusher $30 million. You better have a little physicality to him. Sorry.
Yep.
I said like it's my money, but you know what I mean. And Cody, I want him to get 20 sacks a year and come out there and dominate and be the best in the league. It's not like we want him to suck. People need to understand that.
We don't want anyone to suck. This is the Carolina. This is our team. We want everyone to be able to pull their weight and be incredible.
Exactly.
Like Panthers in the past have been. Now, this is just pure embarrassing. Y'all already know we had a big-time fumble this game from Miles Sanders. And this is another momentum killer. So we had just stopped them on 4th down. We get the ball back, And Miles Sanders is like, nah, you can have it back.
He makes my blood boil.
You know what? And honestly, and I'm just going to say this. I don't know. I don't know that people won't like it. I really don't care though. So, I believe if we would have not had all these turnovers we've had this year, I'm not going to lie. I think we could be a 3-2.
At least 500, right, Pickle?
Yeah,
Got to be.
at least. But with all these turnovers we've had this year, it's just bad.
We're our own worst enemy with the turnovers and play calls.
I put this out there because I'm like, if the Panthers are going to throw all these screens, not this one. Hang on. Let me make sure I got the right number here. I got 32-48. My bad. The Panthers run so many screen passes. Like, whenever you see one executed to perfection, it's like, yeah, that's how you do it, boys. So look at what they're able to do here, right? You see they've got this triangle formation. They have the motion receiver back in, but they got guys blocking outside. That's how you're going to throw a screen, man. And they even knew, I mean, you can kind of tell that something like that was coming. Like, look at the formation of the wide receivers. It's like a trips formation.
Uh-huh.
Look, you have three guys out here, and then you get a fourth, or their receiver comes in, catches the ball. Dude, that's how you do it, man. Get your blockers moving downfield. I don't feel that there's enough space between the guy catching the screen for the Carolina Panthers and the blockers that are actually blocking downfield for them.
Right.
That would be a great formation for LaVisca to get that screen.
Oh, for sure.
Get him in motion already when he catches the ball.
And we did some of that against Minnesota, too.
Not to piss in anybody's Cheerios, but Ben Johnson could have been our head coach, but he chose not to.
Offensive.
That was his choice, though, right? He said no.
Yes, he chose not to. He chose not to entertain any more head coaching offers.
Well, that would have hurt worse if it was the other way around. I wouldn't have been surprised.
All right, so keep your eyes on number 23. Keep your eyes, but also avert your eyes if you're sensitive to graphic violence. CJ just trying to get a flag, trying to say that the receiver pushed off, bro.
CJ being CJ.
Not getting that call on the road on the one.
CJ is literally good for giving up a touchdown every single game. Yeah, just all bad. All right, next we're going to go to 36-17. And this is another bad one, boys. And this is where I have a bone to pick, right? Well, let me play it and make sure it's the right one so I don't look foolish. Yep, it is.
Why?
All right. That's the interception. Now, okay. Frank Reich said in his press conference that the wide receiver ran the wrong route. And I don't believe him. I honestly think that straight up that this is a coach standing up for and defending his rookie quarterback, which, by the way, as a coach, I don't blame him for. I mean, I feel like he's, kind of fibbing on the wide receiver.
But it's happened before. I mean,
but look here, right? So
Ron did that for Cam sometimes.
DJ Chark up here, he's running out to the sideline. Or no, Mingo, pardon me. And like we were talking about earlier, they have the system designed to get the ball out of Bryce's hands so fast.
This would have been the time to do it.
Yeah, they're not requiring him they're not requiring him to like really read what the defenders are doing. And this guy right here, he ends up basically figuring out the play and checks up the field and just intercepts the ball. By the way, the ball is going directly to Jonathan Mingo. So it's not like Jonathan Mingo and Bryce Young were on two different pages. Like, if that defender wouldn't have dropped back further into coverage, that ball would have been a completion. But it just goes right to Jonathan Mingo, or right to the defender, and it would have been to Jonathan Mingo. It would have been a completion. But yeah, just all bad, man. Like, I feel like there's no heads-up awareness by Bryce on that play. And again, rookie quarterback, I understand, but man, it's like these are the types of things that on film they didn't mess with Bryce at Alabama. I know it's the NFL, but it
Right.
just seems like there's just more and more, you know, they're asking Bryce to be so fast with the football that in doing so, it's preventing him from actually being able to take care of the football.
And that offensive line played pretty good there. The offensive line's not been bad this game.
Yep.
There's not been a turnstile. So a
No,
lot of
not
this
terrible. No,
is
at
on.
least not in pass protection, at least.
Well, yes. I should
Right, yeah.
clarify that. Right.
And then this so as soon as they get the ball back in their hands, they run a little trick play, put the ball up right to their tight end, touchdown, Detroit.
Detroit was us a few years ago, so maybe we
Yeah.
can look forward to something.
Hopefully, maybe. Man, these trick plays are running the NFL right now too, man.
God
But
forbid
to
we
run
try
a play
one.
like that, you've got to be so good on offense, and we're just not there. Period.
Yeah, because nobody's scared and think we are a threat at anything, so it's no point in running a trick play.
I don't think our players are intelligent enough to handle it,
Yeah.
or our
It's not
coaches
even
aren't
there. It's not
intelligent
even
enough,
there.
or
It's
maybe
not even there. It's a matter of personnel. The personnel. We don't have necessarily everything that I feel like our offense and Thomas Brown and Frank Reich want to be able to run. So I don't necessarily feel like it's all on them. That's why I've been hard on Fitterer. But there are also times when, yeah, the play calling is a detriment. Like, they're not, I don't even feel like they're using the players that they have to their maximum potential. And I'm not even saying that it would be a lot better, but there's certainly, I don't know. There's a lot that I think that we could do better. But okay.
It's easy to say too, Cody, but we got a coaching problem. I mean,
Oh,
we
yeah.
really do.
Yep. Absolutely.
Especially with the things you see, and we talk about leadership, turnovers, penalties, not blocking, just shit like that. You just need to be fired up when I don't feel like we have a leader as our head coach.
Adam Thielen right here in the slot. He runs a post route, and Bryce does a good job finding him downfield. And again, man, Adam Thielen, wheeling and dealing, doing his thing, man.
Is he on a 2-year deal right now, Cody?
3.
Even better. I think he'll be fine for all 3 as long as he stays healthy.
He'll be even better once you take the pressure off of having to force feed him the ball all the time.
He's playing better.
No, it wasn't Vista either. It was 81.
I knew Thielen was going to be solid, but he's playing better than I thought he was going to.
Yeah, he was coming up the side.
Oh, yeah,
I saw that
for support block. I thought it was I thought it was LaVista at first, and I thought, well, look at him go.
He flatlined him.
Push his ass to the ground.
I need to see more of that.
Yep. Going to 41-11. So on this play, I feel like Bryce just kind of gives up on everything downfield and who could blame him? Like he just runs up. Let me go back to the side angle view. I must not do the side angle view on this play. That's weird. Yeah, I mean, there's just nothing happening downfield. I mean, there's decent protection. I mean, but you want to maybe say that Adam Thielen could have been open across the middle.
Play that whole play again.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if
I feel like I saw a slant route. It would have been a tough.
That's me. I think I saw a slant route that was there
at the end,
but
it was late.
But I mean,
it'll be coming from the left.
Yep. You mean right
there?
You mean DJ Chark?
Yeah, if he gets it out in front of Chark a little bit.
Yeah. There was time, and he had enough room in the pocket, and we've seen him be able to make those sidearm throws, and we're actually going to show one of those coming up here soon.
But of course, as I hype up the offensive line, they flub up.
You know better.
So that's what I get.
All right. So on this play, Bryce Young drops a dime to Tommy Tremble, and homeboy just needs to catch it, and he just doesn't. He even gets held up by one of the corners. It might be a safety, right? No, the linebacker actually.
I want to see that play again.
Here's Tommy Tremble. He's got a linebacker on him.
Who was that, Anzalone or whatever? That's probably what it is.
I looked at this play. I thought it was some pass interference, but
yeah, I mean,
handsy with him.
I mean,
he's definitely they did end up throwing the flag, but also it's like, catch the ball.
I mean, now granted,
that's why he's always going to be what he is.
Yeah, Greg Olsen would have caught that.
Absolutely.
But and a lot of your other wide receivers would have caught that. Some of your elite tight ends would have caught that. Tommy Tremble's not an elite tight end.
Tommy Tremble's not even go up and get the ball, Pickle.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I do agree with that. I just, again, that falls back to the Scott Fitterer failure to bring talent to this team.
So, you see Adam, he's running a little post route here.
Right.
Also, kind of gets interfered with, but Bryce, unlike the earlier missed touchdown, he just puts it
look at
too
that
far
lane
behind him.
Look at that lane. Come on, Bryce. You could have run. You could have moonwalked in the end zone.
Yep. I'm going to show it one more time. No, hang on.
If he waited another split second, he would have had Miles, too. He might not have had time.
Yep.
Miles is running a wheel.
Yeah, gets the ball.
Look right there. Look at that lane.
Yeah, just miss it. Just puts it too far out in front of him.
I mean, he could run that ball in. Wow.
Oh, you're talking about the lane at the line of scrimmage? I didn't even know.
Yeah, he could have run that ball in.
Special visitor in the middle of the film room. The Bat Daddy. What's up, Greg?
Hey, what's up, fellas? Man, I was just working on the office here, and I was like, you know what? I feel like podcasting right now.
Absolutely.
So, I know you guys were doing this, and it's always fun to talk about. I appreciate y'all having me on. Don't know where you're at on this, but I'm ready to jump in.
Yeah, we're a little bit after the half, or we're not quite at half. We got a few notes left to get through.
Okay.
We're at 42. So let's go to 46-54. And yeah, it's been up and down, Bat Daddy. We've been looking at the film, and the wide receivers not necessarily doing their job. There's not a lot open downfield. And even when there is something, Bryce just seems to be on a different page. And I've even been telling the boys, it feels like he's been almost reading the field too fast at the behest of the coaches. Like they're just wanting him to get the ball out so quick.
Right.
All right, so we're going to go.
Just from what I've seen, just looking at the film, watching the games, y'all know my stance with Bryce Young coming in. And I'm not saying he's a bad guy. I'm willing right now to shoulder at least half the blame for what's going on not on Bryce Young, on the coaching staff, on the
Yeah.
talent surrounding him, because I've seen Bryce Young do some pretty nice things. And I feel like should he have the opportunity with a better team, maybe get more acclimated with the NFL, that he has the potential to be a good quarterback. Unfortunately, that's not the guy we traded for. And that's what sucks. Like Bryce is fine, and maybe in a year or two he's going to work out great, but that's not the guy we traded for, and that's why it's so difficult to deal with. But I'm looking at this film, man, and you're right. I'm seeing some pretty precision passes by Bryce at certain times, and then other times just looking lost in the game.
So right here by Detroit, they do a good job. They're going to lick out this tight end. He's going to run across the formation, block for a minute. And this play takes a long time to develop, but there just isn't enough pressure to truly affect anything. The tight end's able to lick out. He's able to navigate the pocket, gets the ball to the tight end, and just that's bully ball right there.
Yeah. That's a better team against a worse team right there, to be honest with you, is what it looks like.
It's so bad watching our defense in this state from what the roots that we grew up on as Panther fans. It's nowhere close.
Well, can I ask y'all, like realistically throughout the rest of the season, are there any games where you're going into the game expecting to win, or is any win we get from here on out going to be a surprise?
I mean, I don't know. We have a stretch here of the Houston Texans, the Colts, and the Bears. So if it doesn't happen, or after Miami, right, then you have the bye. Then we have those 3 games. If it doesn't happen, in my opinion, in those 3 games, I don't know, man. Unless we're able to pull one out against a division rival later in the year, I'm not banking on it. Certainly not banking on it.
17.
Many some folks heard today said that the Texans do have a worse defense than we got. So and while Stroud is looking good down there, a lot of his plays are just basic plays. So they claim that the Panthers could beat the Texans, but I don't know that I'm gonna believe that yet.
So keep your eyes on Brian Burns, and it's that time again. I'm not even gonna say nothing. Y'all just tell me what y'all think.
It's the same exact play, Cody.
It's all he does is he's
a track star. No damn defensive end.
He just gets pushed around the edge. You know what he's doing? He's doing exactly like his brother did when his brother played for the Panthers. Exactly. That's the reason why John Fox cut Hype Man.
I mean, look, I
didn't even notice the end of the play so right then. That was horrible.
I hate that it darkens. I wish it would show it better. But, I mean, look at Brian Burns. I want to show you right where it goes bad for him. So he does the dip under move, and that right hand does nothing. Right there, I'm sorry, that offensive tackle is not on you enough to be pushing you out of the play. It's like he doesn't turn his hip at the right time. More importantly, why did you even have a right hand, bro? Like, why do you even have it? Why not at least try to swat at the ball? You know the quarterback is going to throw. At least try and reach over and grab him by the jersey in front and pull him down. It's just like, come on, man. He ends up affecting the play at the very end, but he leaves so much meat on the bone year after year after year.
It's a strength thing, Cody.
Yeah. And what sucks is we watched him in Hard Knocks give tips to Jets players about things to do. And then we watched the Jet players do that against us.
Yeah, thanks.
So, like, the smarts are there. And I don't want to believe the physical aspect is not there for him because I believe he's a physical specimen. But something's not clicking where he knows what to do and he has the ability to do it. He's just not getting it done.
Yep. Let's go to 40. Yeah, we're going to go to 50-44. And I was impressed by Derek Brown. And again, I wanted to reiterate that there were times where the Panthers did a good job blocking the run. And this is another one of those plays. Or how did I have it put in my notes? Good run defense. And Derek Brown does a good job. Number 95 right there on the interior. They got him lined up at 3 tech. And he does a good job on this little inside. He's able to get in, follow the running back, and get in and makes a good play on the football.
That's how you actually shed a block and make a play, Cody.
Now that you watch the All-22 film, I'm much more impressed with Derek Brown this game than I was watching it.
That rookie, DJ Johnson's in this play as well. He's on the line at the end. Right.
Well, that's my question with Miles Sanders, watching him go into these plays, is I watch him run into a pile, and I see where he could bounce out, and I see holes that are open. And I'm wondering, is it our offensive line being so bad, or is it Miles Sanders just not hitting the holes, to be truly honest with you?
Why can't it be both? Because I think that's what
it could be
is.
both. It could be, yeah. I think it's maybe a combination of both. That's a great way to put it. I just look at some plays Miles Sanders has, and I'm like, dude, if you would have just bounced out to the left or the right there, you'd have gotten 3-4 more yards easy.
Or
he looks like he runs straight into the pile.
Doesn't get anything. It's either one or the other. It's either enough or not enough.
All right, so Brian Burns, he makes up for it. They got him lined up on the outside against, I believe, Penei Sewell.
That was a false start, too.
Number 6. Whoever number 68 is for the...
That's,
58.
Watch this, the left tackle right here.
Yeah,
false start.
6. Oh, hang on.
Not the left tackle, but...
Yeah, I mean, it is the left. Oh, you're talking about the false start?
I guess it is the left tackle. Yeah, he's going to do a false start.
He probably got to take a good jump on this because they were...
it's close, man. It looked like he jumped a little early, but...
That was a little better. He took on the block more that
It was definitely a little better because, look, you can tell the moment that he attempts to shed the block. Hands in the middle of the left tackle's chest, gets the arm down, turns his body towards the quarterback, and uses that speed to affect the play. Like that's the type of stuff that I want. And that's why it pisses me off so bad, boys, because it's not like Brian Burns isn't capable of doing it. Like, you see him right there be able to do these things. It's just the consistency. He's not doing it consistently enough. And that's why we hold him to that higher standard, because we know that he has the physical ability to be able to make those plays.
His angle and his route was so much better to the quarterback on that play than the plays we were getting on him about.
Yeah. All right, so the Panthers are going to get the ball back here. Now, okay, I have a few notes on this play. One, let me make sure that there's no misunderstanding. It's a great play by Bryce, and it's a great arm angle throw. Makes that little side arm. But I do have some notes on this, right? And again, maybe this is a play calling thing, but I have some qualms with this. And this next angle is going to show really why it's a great play by Bryce. Gets the ball in his hand and then does a little side arm right to Adam Thielen and just does a great job being able to throw kind of off platform, on the move, steps up, boom, nice play. Now, this is my gripe with it. I almost feel like Bryce should drop a little bit further back into the pocket, get a little bit more separation from the line. And I want you to look at DJ Chark down here to the bottom. Now, DJ actually wins the release. He beats the wide receiver. But instead of hauling ass upfield, the Panthers play calling has everything written so underneath that I feel like they miss out on opportunities to actually be able to throw the ball downfield. Watch DJ Chark at the bottom. Beats number 23, gets by him, but instead of using his speed to run upfield, he's turning back like he's trying to block or something. And I don't know, man. I think they could be a little bit better, but I don't want to take anything away from Bryce. It was a good play, and it was a great throw. And this is what people are sharing online, being optimistic about. Yeah.
I was going to say it's funny, and I've said this in the shows before, how people are going to get mad at me saying this, cherry pick certain plays and call that the gospel. As to why. Don't get me wrong. He had some good drives. He had some good plays this game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a balance too. And you missed the interceptions.
And the fumble, right?
Yeah, but no, he didn't. Add Miles Sanders fumble.
Miles Sanders did, okay.
Yeah, Bryce threw 2 interceptions. This one, I have it written as Laviska Shenault, RB number 1, baby.
I mean, why not?
Yeah, why
Miller's
not?
is
You're
so
right.
much
At this
better.
point, why not? 0-5.
He reminds me quite a bit of Foreman last year.
There's just no reason, man. If he's getting more yards per carry, beyond vanity, there's no reason to not play him.
Right.
At running back.
All right.
I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. I believe that the only reason why Miles Sanders keeps getting the ball is because of his contract.
Money.
And it's
Yeah,
coming
we paid that
down.
man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's coming down from above Frank Wright.
We paid that man. So for at least 1 year, you're gonna fucking run through the mud for us.
Yeah, well,
You know?
I mean, to me, he's hurting the team. Listen, to me, I guess I got that Bill Belichick mind frame. I just cut him and would move on. I would just cut him and move on. But I would do what Bill Belichick. I'd say, well, he didn't work out for us, and move on. Let people. I just tell them the truth why we cut him. But
Go ahead and have multiple turnovers in one game back in the day. Your ass would get cut, especially if you're a running back or a wide receiver.
Yep. He wouldn't for what he's doing. John Fox would have already benched him.
Oh my God, he wouldn't have had that whatsoever.
So this is a little bit. So I put this more on. I mean, it's a mixture. I put this on DJ Chark and Bryce Young. I mean, Bryce is trying to make a play, so I don't necessarily blame Bryce too much on this. But DJ Chark just doesn't disengage well at the bottom. Like, the defender is in good coverage the entire time. Now, maybe that ball was just a little bit too far out, but
was it not holding?
He damn near caught the ball off to the sideline too. But again, he really doesn't have a chance to even make a play on that ball. Hang on. Just check it out one more time. I don't love the route. A lot of things about it I just don't like. I mean, yeah, that was good coverage pretty much the whole time. All right, now we're going to 59-46. And we only have a couple more plays here, gentlemen. Then we will be done for today. I might go ahead and just do this.
Cody, you've been fair this round, sir. You ain't picked on Bryce the whole time, despite what people may think.
Yeah, I do my best to be fair about what I'm seeing.
This film doesn't lie.
Yeah, the film doesn't lie. I mean, Bryce did some good things, but I also feel like
better. He's getting better as it goes on. But there's some of the things that I've still noticed. He's still staring down receivers, quite a bit.
Way more than I thought he would, Pickle.
Yeah,
more than he ever did at Alabama too. That's kind of what has me feeling like, in order to try and help his game, they're having him get the ball out almost too quick instead of being comfortable and just observing the field. And I feel like that's been hindering him at certain times.
And to be honest, I still, and I think I said this earlier, I still think that that the hype over the quarterback's coach and the offensive coordinator are too hard. I don't think that neither one of them's. Josh McCown's never been a quarterback coach at all.
And he wasn't a good quarterback either.
No, he wasn't.
It's like he's a great quarterback.
Yeah. I asked somebody on Twitter today. I said, okay, if you think he's so good, how many playoff games did he win as a quarterback? How many? What's his career starting average? He don't have one. He was a career backup.
Yeah. So this is a good little timing route right here. It just gets the ball out of his hands, and again, that's what I'm saying. Like you can tell there's definitely an emphasis on getting the ball out of his hands quick, and Bryce does that, and Jonathan Mingo makes a good little snatch. Keeps the chains moving. I need to go to 10. After this play, we're going to go to 101-20. I mean, yeah, Jonathan Mingo, at the end of the game, he made some okay heads-up plays.
Jonathan Mingo and LaVista Chenault are just about the same receiver, but Mingo may be a little bit faster than Chenault. They're just about the same thing, same person.
All right, the Lions back on the field here. They get a chunk play by their wide receiver going across the formation, and they just don't do a good job following him. There's far too much cushion. Let's see what defender was on him. I mean, they have him lined up. The ball goes to number 8. Guy right there. And the linebackers are, I mean, he's basically kind of a linebacker. That's a Kamu Cruz Hill. Oh, no, that's a Frankie Louvu. And yeah, Frankie Louvu just isn't able to keep pace with that wide receiver. That was a great play call.
Yeah, several times to tackle him. They just didn't. Frankie had a chance. They just didn't. They just whiffed the tackle.
I mean, yeah, right there he's in good coverage just when he starts to break on it. And then, but that receiver just runs away from him. I mean, that's a mismatch. A wide receiver on a linebacker, that's a mismatch, no matter how you try and slice it. All right, now we're going to go to 102-52. I'll just play it from right here. So you see, this is the first down marker. They need about 3 yards. Jared Goff comes in, kills the play, brings his tight ends back inside, gets more bodies on the line. You know that the run's coming, and they really just don't do much of anything to stop it. They have a hard time being able to contain runs to the outside, and that's something that continues to show up on film.
It's the edges, it's the edges, but it's also the linebacker in that formation. If you can look, you got 2 tackles and 2 edges, and they're just not. And the edges are not. I mean,
yeah, Derek Brown did a good job, kind of busting things up in the middle of the play, but
to be honest, it's number 0. If you watch that closely, it's number 0 who should have had better containment on that than he didn't have.
All right, pretty simple right here. CJ Henderson just goes completely unblocked on a little fire blitz. Boom. Puts him into the dirt a little bit too late, but whatever. Yeah.
Make him think twice for you. Make him think it twice before he gets up. CJ Sanderson takes him down and said, "What'd you say? Yeah, you good? Shut the hell up, fool."
Yeah. All right, now we are going to 104-35. We are coming to the end of my list here. 104. Yep, so this is it right here. And I mean, just a lot of big bodies on the line and terrible tackling. Oh, this is the play by Brian Burns where Brian Burns just took a terrible angle, Keep your eye on Brian.
Yeah, he's not good in run stopping.
Oh man,
He's just
dude,
not.
What was he trying to do?
it's like sometimes he doesn't know what to do with his hands.
He's trying
You're-
to throw his shoulder.
you're muted,
or
Greg.
something.
Yeah, that's not $30 million right there.
That ain't. I'd
No.
scream that way too much
No.
in these films.
Sorry,
No,
man.
It's not. It's
Look,
not.
I wanted Brian Burns to work out, and if he would have, I would have paid him no problem. But dude, you're just not working out to be that guy.
Probably gonna end up franchise tagging him a few times.
I would.
If he signs it,
I
Well, look at Brian. So look at Brian
Yeah.
on this play.
Yeah.
I mean, again, like
mean,
I don't know, man. Like to me,
Right.
one of his issues has been containing the run, because he's just like he's not like a physical type of guy. He's super fast, but he's not overly strong, and that's something that's been a tendency that has shown up on film a number of times over the years. All right, now we're going to. We only have 6 more plays left. We're going to 107-15. All right. And I have this as just Jonathan Mingo with the nice yards after the catch play. Bryce does a good job. They're hurrying up. He does a good job putting the brakes on, getting some extra yardage.
that's the DJ Moore move right there.
Yep.
Yes, it was.
Again, we're not giving up on these players after 1 year. Jonathan Mingo. I've not been overly impressed, but you see some things like that, and you feel like maybe this guy can have more of a future than we've seen so far from him.
Yeah.
Still has a long way to go, though.
Well, anybody who want to give up on Jonathan Mingo after this first year and not give up on Bryce is dumb, because Jonathan Mingo's position is completely dependent on Bryce. So if Bryce doesn't do well, Mingo may have been doing fantastic. We don't know. I'm not saying he is, but his position is totally dependent on Bryce. So if Bryce has a bad rookie year, you can't get mad at Mingo for having a bad rookie year. You got to give them both the same shot.
I mean, one thing is undeniable: the entire team is playing bad
Garbage.
football.
Yeah, I agree.
The entire team is playing bad football.
Not motivated, Cody, and that's coaching.
Yep. All right, here we have Bryce Young's second touchdown pass. I wanted to make sure I put him.
What's the
'cause
game
yes,
clock? right
It
now?
is. Well, it doesn't do a great job of showing. Now, this is his best touchdown, in my opinion.
This is his best throw of his career, I think, to be honest with you.
One of, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of, if not the best. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
this is
the
a
look
great
at-
pass.
the defense expected a run.
Sold that run good.
Yeah, that was a great pass right there. Like, I'll give Bryce credit where it's due. Like, that was phenomenal. That's the best pass of his career, I think.
Good
Only
drive
because
on
it
the
ended in a
football.
touchdown.
Yeah.
You know, the other passes he's thrown that have been touchdown passes have been touchdowns because of the effort by Adam Thielen, not because he threw a receiver into the end zone.
The
This right
corner
here is a
route.
great pass.
He had good velocity on that ball, boys.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep.
great velocity on the little corner route by DJ Chark, and you're hoping for more and more hookups like these. Only 4 more plays. Now we're going to 114 straight up. I have this listed as running back makes everyone look stupid.
That must be a Detroit play.
So it's gotta be
It
Detroit,
sure
yeah.
is. It sure is.
You know, you had a sucky game when you're doing film review for the Panthers and you show a lot of the Detroit Lions plays.
Right.
Boy, you got him
I got a good feeling that the rest of the season we're going to be showing at least half and half of other teams because
Oh, yeah.
I want to see good plays.
So
You
yeah,
know? Like,
here it is. By the way, look at how many dudes they have on the line. Like we have 5, they
there's
have 1,
2
2,
off the
3,
line.
4,
They have
5.
9.
6, 7. They have 7 people to our 5.
And
Well,
you,
if
you
count
would have
the
thought
quarterback, they have 9 because they only have 2 outside the. off the line.
that's a defensive coordinator stupidness. When you're a defensive coordinator and you see that, that's automatic run. That's signal to your linebackers to go to the line. Signal for a safety to drop in the box. That's exactly what. I mean, look at that whole thing. You're the defensive coordinator. How can you not understand what that is?
Well, and the linebackers.
It was also a good run. Sorry.
Yeah, it was a great run, but the I feel like the linebackers, there's just not enough speed to the sideline. Yeah, I believe that's who's number 57.
That's just bad
Yeah,
defensive I'm not impressed by Evero. I'm sorry.
This right here is where Miles Sanders fails, because Miles Sanders could run the exact same run right here, and watch this. He'd run right into that tackle instead of bouncing out.
Yeah.
That's his problem right there. Dude, he's a north-south runner, and we don't have a team that can run a north-south.
Now, can we go back real quick, Cody, to the linebackers? I want to look at something. All right. Okay.
Not the linebacker play.
Yeah, let's look at our linebackers. We got Frankie over here. 57.
Whoever number 57, I'm not even sure off the top of my head who.
I'll tell you in just a second.
57 is.
I believe
it's not Dion, is it?
I think so. No, I don't. Let me see. It's Chandler Wooten. Chandler Wooten. This is my point. When you have Chandler Wooten, number 24, this is Von Bell, right? We'll look at Chandler Wooten. He doesn't have the speed, the agility to go to the outside, and he doesn't in real life. Chandler Wooten. So my question is, to be honest, at depth is the biggest negative right now to a lot of these 3-4 plays.
Yep.
Okay, if you put somebody, let's say Sanders. The linebacker, the linebacker from Clemson that we could have drafted, but we didn't. Put him in that scenario. I said that Sanders. That's the wrong name, though, ain't it? He went to the Ravens. Actually, I know this because I steal him on Madden all the time. So yeah. I just do. I just take him. I don't even trade for him anymore. I just take him. But anyway, my point is, somebody with speed and intelligence and ability to get there. Chandler Wooten's an undrafted free agent last year. He just doesn't have it.
But look at the power, man. Like, just makes everyone miss. That's embarrassing, man. That's embarrassing to me. They just clear out the run lanes.
Yeah, he ran right into the pile there, just blew right through it. It's embarrassing. You're right.
I mean, again, look at 99. 99 is right there, smack dab in the middle. He's like 6'1", 300 pounds. That's it. He's not a nose tackle. I mean, again,
Frankie Louvu there got fooled too. Watch him. Go back and look at that play. Exactly. Frankie Louvu goes all the way to the outside. He thinks this runs, but look right there, 49.
Yeah,
he's right there. Like he's right there. He's not watching the ball. He's trying to anticipate. Look at it, 49 right here. Watch him. He's right there in the hole, and he runs to the outside.
So
you can tell he has his hands on his hips at the end. He felt kind of stupid for that one. All right, we only have 2 more plays to go.
But why you fast forward that? I'll say that what I said at the beginning. I don't like the 3-4, but if we're going to run this 3-4, we have to get people who know how to play in it with the speed of the linebackers. You look at the Baltimore Ravens; they have excellent speed and surefire tackle linebackers. That's what they require.
Do you know? I heard on another radio show I listened to, the Woody and Wilcox show. They do interviews with Bradley Bozeman, Nicky Bozeman all the time, and Bradley Bozeman was talking about how when he played for Baltimore, he wouldn't say Baltimore. He said my last team, how they had weight restrictions and how it was very strict. If you came in a pound overweight, it was $700 per pound per week.
I've heard that story.
And they'd weigh you in twice a week. So they had him at what he wanted to be at, whereas the Carolina Panthers tell him to play at whatever weight he wants to play at.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I'm not saying it's bad because I don't know what's better, but I know that he was elite in Baltimore. And he's been very good for us now, and I love Bradley Bozeman, but maybe that weight restriction thing was like a trainer thing. Where they know the best thing to do. Because the thing was, he was saying in his weight, he shifts 3 to 6 pounds a day, and I get that based on how much you run, and everybody does a few pounds a day. But I just feel like everything we've seen with the Carolina Panthers over the last few years, we're always talking about coaching. We never talk about training staff because we have a lot of injuries a lot of time. Think of Christian McCaffrey. He was injured every time he played for us, every single time. He's played in San Fran, playing great. You know, like I don't get what our coaching, not our coaching staff, our training staff does. But I feel like we have a really bad training staff in Carolina.
I mean, look at J.C. Horn. Look at Dante Jackson.
All the soft tissue.
I'll tell you what Sheena's Quick told us on Spaces this week. Tuesday, I was on Spaces with Sheena Quick, Vashti, Anthony was there. And I'll tell you exactly what she said. She said she was told by Christian McCaffrey that he playing under our last head coach, he wasn't going to play hurt. He just wasn't going to. If he felt hurt, he wasn't playing. But on his next team, he's gonna he'll play. He won't.
I'm sure he'll show up.
Wait, he said that if he was on another.
That's what she said. She said that's what he told her. Now you take that for whatever that was. There.
Yeah, I will.
He's trying to catch a trophy and a ring this year, man. He
might
do it.
So hey, this is another really good throw by Bryce. He connects with Ian Thomas on the corner route up here, and another really good throw, another downfield throw. Again, this isn't garbage time. Everybody's playing off. You know, we have enough time because there's not really a lot.
Not a corner route.
Well, I mean. Post goes to the right. Corner goes to the left.
Well, post goes towards the post. Corner goes towards the corner.
Yeah, but if you look at the route tree,
that was actually right at the seam, is what it was, because he wasn't even breaking for anything. He runs right at the seam.
Regardless, is that his longest play of his career? Because it looked like
I could be wrong.
Well,
no,
I could be wrong, but I believe that
he had a couple nice plays. He looked real good his rookie year. I think it was his rookie year. He looked real good his rookie year.
I get what you're saying. Run straight up, so it's like a seam route or a digs route, kind of just run straight up.
How I know is when you run straight up and then cut left, that's the corner. When you run straight up and run to the right a little bit, that's the post. But
I could be wrong. Yeah, I very well could be wrong. It just makes sense that running to the post, like the goal post, is a post route, and running to the corner is a corner route. You know.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong. Yeah.
23-55. And then, I mean, it's all garbage time, but I wanted to make sure that we put it on there so that nobody says that we are skipping out, not showing what we need to. 123-55. So we'll just play it from right here. And this is Bryce Young's third touchdown to Adam Thielen.
Nice.
Every touchdown he's thrown to Adam Thielen has been completely Adam Thielen making the touchdown.
Yeah. Yeah, he made that play too, reaching the ball across the.
He should have 4, but he only has 3. Yeah. Because I think that play last game where he stretched across the goal line, they called it down at the 1. I'm pretty sure he crossed the goal line.
Yeah, and we've had some drops too. Ian Thomas dropped a touchdown last week. Yeah. So yeah, man. So that's the film, boys. A lot of bad. We're not able to vertically stretch the field. They call everything underneath. I feel like they're just. I don't know, man. It's all bad, dude. They're not trying to vertically stretch the field. There's a lot of underneath stuff, and they're just I feel like all of this is compounding. And I feel like a lot of the mistakes that we're seeing from Bryce, it's like a domino effect. When one thing goes wrong, another thing goes wrong. And because of all of these factors stacked on top of one another, it leads to a lot of these kind of dumb interceptions where they're, in my opinion, having him get the ball out of his hands too quickly at times. But I don't know. Go ahead, Pickle.
I believe a lot of this is the lack of a poor built roster. It just is.
Sure. Yeah, we don't have a
it's just the roster's poorly built. There's no leaders on either side of the ball. On offense, closest leader you have is Adam Thielen, and maybe Hurst. On the defensive side of the ball, you really don't have any leaders, natural leaders. You got guys who will put on the white hat. They're going to try. They're going to try their best, but they're not natural leaders. They didn't, and a lot of those leaders we've had in the past, we've drafted those leaders. They came from college-born leaders. They just did, and they learned it off folks in front of them. That's the problem we have. We never, when Luke retired, we never replaced a leader. We're going to likely let Shaq Thompson go and not bring nobody other than, and hope like hell somebody along the way figures out how to be a leader.
Mhm.
And because we allowed, or Tepper allowed, a good thing. The one good thing, and this is what's hurtful to fans like me and maybe Cole. We've seen it so good for so long. We depended, and yes, our quarterback over the years position sucked. Our left tackles have sucked. Our wide receivers have been good, bad, suck, indifferent. But we could always count on the middle linebacker.
Yes, sir.
We could always count on the middle linebacker and the running back. Those were two positions we knew would work.
And the D-line
Yeah.
pickle, you got to say that.
Yeah, and the D line. You always counted on that. Okay, you knew they were there. They're not there no more. They're
He's
not
not
there.
lying. That's what hurts the most. He's
we've
not lying.
failed.
They're not there. And in a 3-4, it makes it worse because right now you have second or third. You got special teamers starting in linebacker, and then you wonder
Yeah.
why you're missing tackles.
And we don't draft linebacker. Not
No,
only
we
have
don't.
you had some NFL great linebackers like Luke Kuechly and Thomas Davis, and you have no Shaq Thompson this year.
No,
Yeah, you have nothing at the linebacker
and-
position, and they left it that way by
right.
refusing to draft it.
Yeah,
But
and
boys,
That's
this
what
vi-
Scott Fitterer does.
yeah. This video is going on an hour and 33 minutes. Gentlemen, I appreciate the hell out of y'all for being here. My man,
Sir,
the Bat
thank you.
Daddy, the best beard in Panther podcasting,
Mhm.
Panther
We'll get
Pickle.
longer.
Panther Pickle. This is my film room guy. I've been here for all of them. And Cole, you've been a great addition to the show, man.
Thank
Happy
you,
to
sir.
have you here on the C3 Film Room. My name is Cody Lashney. We will be breaking down the film against Miami. Oh, boy. Good night.
They're going to put a 50 on us. You know
Get
that,
your
right?
track shoes on, Cody.
They're going to put a
Oh,
50
boy.
on us.
They're going boat racing, man. The Miami Dolphins. Man, let's hope that this defense can literally do anything at all. But like I said, my name is Cody Lashley. Once again, this has been the C3 Film Room. Until next time, keep pounding.
Keep pounding.